Good morning, esteemed viewers. You're welcome to this edition of Bystanders at an Instance. I'm Christian Chuku on this edition of the program. This is Saturday, the last day of the week. We are right here in Ogba, Lagos, Nigeria, to get Nigerians speaking on topical issues that we have for them this morning. Reactions from Nigerians on what we have on the dailies this morning. I have with me the Punch newspaper. I have the Punch with me. I also have the Saturday Sun newspaper. Let the sun shine on us this morning. Moves to free Kanu on course. Mbazulike Amici saying that the moves to free Kanu on course. Yet there have been various moves to free Kanu, but this is a fresh one. Moves to free Kanu on course. Afenifere Ohaneze YC team up on 23 presidency. Afenifere Ohaneze team up on 2023 presidency. What is their game plan? What are they planning? Tell APC it's either you field Sultana or lose our votes. Tell APC it's either we field Sultana or lose our votes. We await Buhari's guidance on zoning, Governor Abiodun. We await Buhari's guidance on zoning. Miyetti has come out today to say that they are giving conditions on the 2023 presidential election. Igbo Yoruba presidential aspirants must apologize to Fulani. Igbo Yoruba presidential aspirants must apologize to Fulani. Why? We will vote only supporters of grazing reserves. We will vote only supporters of grazing reserves. If you tell me, I think these people have a Fulani agenda. Okay, Northern Youth, that's the Punch, the top part of the Punch, the top part of the Punch. Northern Youth ask Dangote or Tedela others to join presidential race. Northern Youth ask Dangote or Tedela others to join presidential race. If you may ask me, they're trying to get them to get to the presidency. Some will say that they want to collect some monies from them. We challenge Fayemi Man's emergence as APC candidate. We challenge Fayemi's Man's candidate as APC candidate. That's Adeye Ojo. Tinubu not sick in London for consultation. Tinubu not sick, but in London for consultations, says aid. And while PDP shuns power shift, says Atiku Kwankwaso others free to run. PDP shuns power shift, says Atiku Kwankwaso others free to run. Ex-Vice President not too old to contest. Aid replies Makinde. Ex-VP not too old to contest. Aid replies Makinde. No Igbo man should take VP slot in PDP, APC. Ohanese is speaking that no Igbo man should take VP slot in PDP and APC. Ohanese, Buhari will guide APC on zoning, says Governor Abiodun. Buhari will guide APC on zoning, says Governor Abiodun. We are still in shock losing that daughter, Fayans to Bauchi crash, late civil servant, brother-in-law. We are still in shock in losing that daughter, Fayans to Bauchi crash. The governor of Lagos, Sanwo-Olu, has come out also to say that Lagosians will miss my government if denied second term. Lagosians will miss my government if denied second term. As military blames poor network roads for Zamfara, Niger killings. Military blames poor network roads for Zamfara and Niger killings. Nigeria's judiciary becoming confusing, painfully contradicting. Nigeria's judiciary becoming confusing, painfully contradictory. What is Wike saying? Let's look at this story on the newspaper this morning. Military blames poor network roads for Zamfara, Niger killings. You can see that on page 7 of the newspaper. Page 7 of the newspaper. Military blames poor network for Zamfara. You can also be part of the program and looking at our headline. Fulani Miyetti gives conditions for 2023 presidency. They are asking that any presidential aspirant must be in support of grazing reserves and also must apologize to the Fulani. Okay, let's look at the Director of Defense Information, Major General Jimmy Akwa, has blamed the attacks in Zamfara and Niger states on poor road networks, communication infrastructure, and the vastness of the affected communities. ACO, however, said the military are taking this into perspective, adding that it had deployed troops to address the situation. Fleeing terrorists have been launching ferocious attacks on communities, killings and abducting many residents following the bombardment of their enclaves in the northern part of the country by the military. between January 1 and 20, no fewer than 500 persons have died from such attacks. Okay, that is, they are blaming, they're saying that poor road network communication infrastructure, poor road network and communication infrastructure. They are blaming that on the killings in Zamfara and Niger State. Okay, good morning. Okay, are you gonna Oluwa. Tinubu not sick in London for consultation. Not. I have a Oluwa this morning. You can be part of the program and also contribute. Who do we have online this morning? Who do we have online this morning? I have Oluwa this morning. Oluwa this morning. We are right here, Ogba. You can see it's bustling and bubbling. Ogba. People are on at the bystands getting themselves. Get ready. I have the next governor of Lagos State.
Oluwa Ogba online is here. The next governor, next president, next deputy.
Okay, Oluwa, Lagos will miss my government in the 9-second term.
Okay, that's Sanwo-Olu language. So Lagosian will miss my government. That means he's already afraid of defeat. He's not coming back the second time.
He's shaking.
He's shaking now. He's shaking. Maybe he's not qualified in his heart.
Maybe he has not performed.
Maybe he has not. Yes, that is the language. The performance is not there, so he's afraid. So he's trying to let them do that second time he will perform. But the language is a language of defeat already. So let it go and rest. Let it go and rest.
So you are saying he has not done anything?
He hasn't done it. What has he done?
He completed some of the projects that Ambode started.
And that is completed. Where is your own? Yes, I please. You now complete on that.
4 years, I think.
It's supposed to have done a tangible something that will make him to stand with his 2 legs. Say, okay, see what I've done. Even though it's 1 or 2, but no, he completed somebody left over.
So the next coming election, you will not vote.
I don't think he can come back because I don't even think that APC can come back to Lagos anymore. But their time is, they are not the only one that's in Lagos State now. That party has been in position for the past since 1999. See now. So let us see a new face.
Okay. Let's look at Tinubu not sick, but in London for consultation. Says 8.
Okay, not sick. Tinubu is getting out of fund. He should go and rest. Since 1999, just like Ambole's story now, since 1999, you have been there till today. So when your body is the one talking, not your statement. Your body, how your body will carry you along. You can say I will rule next year, but what about this night? Do you know whether you will wake up the other day? But now you went to a hospital for the past months in London, and the whole world there was a rumor that you are late, you are dead. Many people will say Tinubu is dead, Tinubu is due, you are dead. But because he had a great bad element that is inside him, that is killing him gradually. And when he came back, when the governor went and met him, you can see the picture. They hang him in the window. They hang him to sustain him to stand. He can't stand alone. So at the end of the day, they bring the picture down here. You now saw the picture. A reasonable person will not know that this man is not capable of walking alone. That's why he was hung. And now when he now came to Nigeria, he gave us a language that nobody can kill me. It's only God that can kill me. So you know what he went through. Now some months later, he now say, I'm declaring my ambition, my lifelong ambition to be a president. So you are still thinking about presidency. Why not think about your head first? Okay, now, under 3 weeks now, you have now left a day. Back to the same place. Back to the same shrine, England, London. To go and do a medical checkup. That is their shrine. That is their supporter, their shrine. We call it a shrine in our old street language. It's their shrine, you understand? Anytime you see Eda Buhari, he run to the shrine for checkup. Why can't they run to US or to other place? They will make them there. That is the end of the year. Because they are mingling with the Englishman. Englishman is the highest criminal on earth. You understand? English man will let you, he will support you to demonize your people because of the underground what they are eating. Now he now went back to England and the language of say he want to consultants. Consultant, he have a consultant firm there. Let him go and consult about his body. That is the underground language. That is the secret inside him. He's going for medical checkup because he can die at any time.
This is a consultation.
Yeah, he can never say it's a medical. He now bring a bigger language, consultants. That's I want to go and consult with the Londoners. So about my language of the life abuse. So they will not approve it and stop it back. That is his own language. The language is what my advice to him. Seek first your health because your health is dying. If care is not taken, you can give up the ghost at any time.
But Buhari survived it. Buhari was sick at the point in time.
Buhari, how many months, how many years? Only God. Now Buhari is taking his life. He's going home peacefully. But now this one want to come to that throne when his head is half, quarter half. Tinubu is quarter half head. Consultant can never walk. Go and treat yourself and make yourself a lively human being before you talk about the presidential language. Because presidential language is very deep talk. You should go and rest. I will advise you, forget the language of presidency. Go and treat yourself and go to your body long home and enjoy your life till you die. Not going to Aso Rock. Aso Rock is a very long distance. If you don't have 100% and extra head, you will give up the ghost.
Okay, let's look at Miyetti gives condition for presidency. If the Yoruba president must apologize to Fulani.
Yeah, because they know their days are numbered. Their days are numbered because their master is going home. So their days are numbered. They are going home too. So they are not wanting a language of deceiving home. So if you don't support them, they will not vote for you because they know say anyhow they are not coming back. Their Lord, their Godfather is not coming back to Aso Rock. He's going home. So the person that is coming back to Aso Rock is their enemy that were killing yesterday. So they are not begging indirectly.
Okay, they are playing politics.
Politics now because they know say the game is over. No what go up must come down. Fulani Esme clean. Now your Godfather you just have like 8 or 7 months remaining to left. So you are going with him. And your power will be destroyed. There will be no more anything Miyetti again after Buhari gone.
Atiku is coming.
Atiku is coming. Maybe he's coming. Did you know whether he will come there? It's just part of the panorama. They are all Miyetti. No Miyetti again in Nigeria. Their days are gone. Their Godfather has 6, 7, 8 months to live.
Who is their Godfather?
That's Sebaba. The president, the current president, is their Godfather now. That's why they have power to overhaul people. But now the days of the Godfather is gone. It's going, and so their power is going. Now they are not begging indirectly that if you don't seek their support, you can't be there, which is a 100% zero lie.
But they have voters card, they have population.
They have everything. They are that one. They are going with it. They are going with it now. Are you hearing theirs before? Before they were rampant everywhere, but now their glory is going down. It's going down. It's going down. 2022, before June, July, presidential election will come. Before you know, they will be packing their load either to Niger or to Mali. They will go back to where they came. They are part of Nigeria, but under the situation, majority of them are not part of Nigeria. They just seek a chance of entry. But when that Lord is out of the palace, they will leave.
Okay, lastly, multiple levies, extortion by local government officials is suffocating businesses in Lagos State.
That is one of the reasons that this Fashola, Tinubu, Ayambode, Sanwo-Olu.
Ambode is not
Ambode. Okay, Ambode, now Sanwo-Olu. Their time are gone. Let another party came because their levies is getting out of hand. They show different uniform to different people in the name of collecting money. Levies, local government, local development area, associated. unassociated in the name of
Tax was
Agbero. Last one. Different name to collect money from Lagosian. So Lagosian have tired. Enough is enough. So that's why he's already said they must vote for him by force. He's begging that he can't come back for the second time because all their levies have been accumulated. So Lagosian is fed up. So they should go home and sleep. Let us seek another face. Another new face is coming, and that one is sure. That one is 100% sure. But their department is gone.
You're looking at it as a prophet.
Their department is gone. They killed them all. Their time has ripe. Anything that ripe will fall down. When mango ripe for tree, it fall down. So they are not ripe. Let them go. Let new one come that will refresh new fresh blood that will bring a fresh breath to the Lagosian.
What's your prayer for Nigeria?
Let the blessing of God overpower Nigeria and let Nigeria see a good leader. Let God produce a good leader for us in this 2022 that will move Nigeria forward, not backward. We are too backward dead. Let us jump us to the front where we belong. Where we belong as a giant of Africa. Giant of Africa is a big name, but that name is not rubbish. We are not Taata of Africa. Let God give us the power to become the giant of yesterday. But when we were giant yesterday, the whole world came here to do party. They come and eat. But now we are looking for where to eat. So it's fuck up. It's fuck up.
What is the street now saying now?
The street is enjoying and the atmosphere is very, 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 very enjoyable because there's freedom now.
There's freedom.
Yes. Wow. There's freedom for us.
Thank you very much, Mr. Oluwawan.
You are welcome, my guy.
I have Mr. Martin. Good morning, Mr. Martin.
Good morning, Mr.
Long time. Pastor. I've been asking of Pastor.
Nobody's asking of me, so you arrive from
Good morning. Okay, let's look at this story. Good morning. Military blames poor network routes for Zamfara Niger killings. Why you to allow someone?
Thank you for having me. I don't think the network is an issue.
No, the terrain. Look at the terrain.
No, what I'm trying to say in essence is, with or without network, as at the time the government suspended network, activities of bandits were still ongoing. So I think the government should be ahead of the bandits in terms of their strategies, in terms of expertise, because the way it is, bandits are driving the process. The military seems to be on the defensive side, and the bandits seem to be attacking. And the best form of defense is attack. So I think the military have to go offensive against the bandits. So while I'm looking at all those as plenty excuses, if someone like Sheikh Gumi could know the destination, the location of the bandits, and could go to their enclaves, their hideout, to discuss with them for the purpose of negotiation.
Okay.
So what is it that the military cannot get to where they are or know where they are? Now we've been talking about their predicament because of failure of federal government or unwillingness of federal government to declare and designate bandits as terrorists. Now, federal government have duly designated bandits as terrorists. And we have our new air platforms, the A-29 Super Tucano jets, 12 of them. So what is still deterring the military, especially the Air Force, from deploying that air platform against the bandits? Because whether we like it or not, it behoves on the government to protect life and property. Because the constitution is very clear that the primary purpose of governance shall be the welfare and security of the people shall be the primary purpose of governance. And if the government is failing in this cardinal area, it means that government is not worth being in place. Because you cannot talk about anything in society in an atmosphere of crisis, of war, of uncertainty of this nature. We are lucky that it is restricted to Zamfara, Katsina, Niger, Kaduna, and some few other places. If it's to overwhelm the country, tell me where will be the hope of every Nigerian citizen. So for me, the military should go back to the drawing board and change their strategy rather than looking for flimsy excuse.
Like what happened when I wanted to visit Zamfara State, said the weather.
It's unfortunate because as the president and the chief secretary officer, as the president and the commander of the armed forces, you ridicule your position, your office, by not having the capacity to visit a state. And you'll be looking for flimsy excuse to buttress a point the reason you didn't visit. There's nothing that's stopping a Buhari from visiting Zamfara, visiting Borno, visiting Niger, whether it's a troubled area or not. Because that is how you give the people confidence as the commander of the armed forces that you are on top of the game. That they have confidence that their commander, they can sleep with their eyes open, closed. But where it stands, a situation where Mr. President cannot visit a state, the confidence of the citizens will be reducing. There will be that fear, apprehension that they are not safe, they are not in safe hands. Of course, we all know that Mr. President has failed in terms of security. It is obvious. Just like Obasanjo said the other time, we are looking at post-Buhari era because the best Buhari could offer, he have done it. We are not expecting to do anything new that will change anything. Because you cannot continue doing the same thing over and over and expect the same different results. All the things you have been doing are maybe one or two things you have tried before. The only perhaps new thing we are seeing is deployment of that Tucano jet. So if that Tucano jet is not a game changer, then it means Buhari have expired, he have done his best, then his best is not good enough to salvage the situation. That's the truth.
Okay, multiple levies, extortion by local government officials, hoodlums, suffocate delivery business operators grown in Nigeria, in Lagos State.
I think it is a statement of fact. But again, how do you salvage the situation? It's a Herculean task for business people, for commuters, especially. Look at the recent government, Lagos State government proposed policy that harmonized 800 naira. They say vehicle operators, all these taxes will be paying
from Tuesday.
If they are able to enforce it, I think it will be a welcome development. Because all these non-state actors that come under different names, the way they impose taxes on road users is enormous. And before, whether we like it or not, it is part of the reason you see price of goods and commodity escalating. Because the man who goes to depot to load PMS, as he's leaving, you see some group of boys under the name of whether National Union of Road Transport Workers, and they'll be collecting tax. They stop you, and you violate their order. The next thing, they break your side mirror. So they have so many means of trying to enforce you to stop. But at the end of the day, they will make sure you are taxed. And it will have effect on the product the person is carrying. Okay. And the end user will be at the receiving side because the price will increase. And it cuts across every strata of the society. Whether in the market, you see people under one union imposing tax on the traders. They'll come and they pay. And by the time the man who is selling tomato, the woman who is selling tomato is paying all these unreceipted taxes, he will look at his profit margin. You look at the amount he used in buying the tomato seeds, so he will increase the price. So invariably, it ends up jacking up the price of goods and services, and it's worrisome. That is why I see the intention of Lagos State government as a good one. But we are waiting to see. No, they have. No. From what I've read, okay. I don't know how they want to implement it. What I've read, they said both National Union of Road Transport Workers, both local government, both states will be captured in that 800. But I don't know how they want to enforce it. I don't know how they intend to take away the street urchins, the what they popularly call aberus. I don't know how they want to take them off the streets. Because until they take them off the streets, that is only when they can enforce. But I don't think it may not be difficult for them to enforce drivers to pay. But if driver eventually pay that 800 and they still go on the road, the street urchins, the aberus, or what do they call them, start enforcing and collecting their regular money from them. It means they will be adding more pains to the drivers because it will be double taxation. But how they want to enforce it, let us watch and see. If they're able to enforce it, I think it will be a welcome development.
Okay, Lagosians will miss my government in the 9-second term. That's Sanwo-Olu.
I know Sanwo-Olu, I don't take it seriously any longer. I need to see him as somebody who is responsible.
That's the governor of a state.
I say I no longer take him seriously after his last statement about the Lekki toll gate incidents. I no longer take it seriously. That is I'm talking from my person as a person, because the manner I see government personalities trying to rubbish that report, saying that there was no massacre, denying that there was no killing at Lekki toll gate. Before that point, I saw the governor as somebody who had the interest of the masses at heart. But I saw the way and manner he was following through, even at Lekki toll gate. The way he was coming there, engaging the protesters. He was going to Mr. President to present their demand, the 5 for 5 and all that. He performed very well until the unfortunate shooting. I still did not condemn him until this recent statement he made, where he robbed that report. I no longer take it seriously.
Okay, Miyetti give conditions for 2023 elections. Igbo Yoruba presidential aspirant must apologize to Fulani. We vote only supporters of grazing reserves.
I don't think the country belongs to Miyetti.
They have.
I don't think
they have some of these people standing. Of this happening, they don't have a voters card, but these people have voters card. Nobody depriving anybody not to obtain voters card. As long as you are 18 years and above and you're eligible to vote, you have right to go and register so that you'll be eligible to vote. What I'm trying to say in essence is Miyetti do not have what it takes. Nobody confer that power on them to start threatening who should win and who should contest and who should not contest. What the constitution says is very clear. As a Nigerian, that you are educated, you can prove that you are educated up to secondary school level. You are eligible to contest, as long as you are not incapacitated. Then again, if you look at the constitution, some relevant sections of the constitution, you need to win majority votes, and 25% of to 10 majority states, which is about 24 states. So these are the constitution that is clear in the constitution. These are the conditions that are clear in the constitution. So it's not about Miyetti or any group. Nobody can threaten anybody. Anybody that is eligible to contest that has resources that comes under any registered political platform have the right to do so. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
I have Mr. Chikote. Good morning, Mr. Chikote.
Yeah, good morning, Christian.
Let me stop from that question I asked Kamachi. Miyetti gives conditions on 2023 presidency.
He said everybody has the right to participate in the electoral process. Then what happens if such right is being denied, or along the way the process of that electoral engagement is truncated, is hijacked along the way? What happens to the rights of the person, of the citizens? So these are pertinent issues that, of course, we keep on shying away from. You can't have credible election. You can't have a credible or a promising society when there is no free and fair election. When people cannot decide out of their own volition who preside over their own affairs, that is just what Nigeria represents. Election does not count in Nigeria. I've been an active member of PDP. And do you know why PDP cannot win Lagos State? For 2 consecutive times, based on the outcome of the election. You see, PDP won the governorship election in Lagos State. But what happens that at the eve of the election, you see, after the election, during the collection, at the collection centers, those indigenous people, the Yoruba people that occupies PDP's leadership caucus, they will go at the collection center, and once Baba will come around, Baba has known their weakness and how gullible they are. He will sponsor his agents all over to lobby them with money, excess money. And in that cause, they will betray the cause of the PDP they are representing. Whereby, of course, denying people the right of selecting who becomes the president or governor. You see, that is very fundamental. So the problem is not focusing on election. How do we get out of the womb? How do we ensure that every voter's rights is being protected? That everybody's right is not, trampled upon. That the process of election will not be altered in the course of transmission. So these are fundamental issues. You cannot build a healthy society when you are not prepared for that. That is the truth. If you want to restore the people's confidence and the belief in the Nigerian program or project, then you have to do the right thing the right way. It is not a rocket science. People have been calling for Buhari to assent to the electoral bill, amendment bill, and they are shying away from that. And time is ticking, and the more, of course, the day breaks, the more closer, of course, we are to the eve of the election. Should Nigeria remain? So the fundamental issue is not just about the whole election noise. What do you expect? You want to chart the way forward. You want to create and build an egalitarian society. How do you do that? You should, of course, allow people to make their own choice, and that choice at the end of the day should be protected. That's why, of course, the inclusion of electronic transmission was brought into fore. And those monsters, those political demons, understood that if the electronic transmission is being included in the electionary process, they will lose the hold. They will become irrelevant in deciding or influencing the election, outcome of the election to their own advantage or to the advantage of their loyalists. So with this system, what are you expecting? You are just expecting the worst. Because Nigeria as a country is not prepared to move forward. So under these circumstances, I don't see any credible election. And in as much as this continues, of course, people will be aggrieved, and the resentment will build up, even within the APC party. Because there are people who feel marginalized, who feel their voice is being silenced within the APC party, who feel there is no internal democracy, who feel, of course, with the system, of course, with the prevailing system, they themselves cannot even aspire, will not be given a leveling platform for them to participate and test their popularity. If you think you are popular, why not allow the right process to take place? Then, and allow, of course, the people to decide, to be the deciding factor. Rather than going to meet Buhari, going to meet all those political gladiators
Okay.
seeking for their consent.
Military blames poor network roads for Zamfara Niger killings.
Poor
Network, road network, accessing the communities.
That shows the level of madness, the level of, you see, stupidity on the part. Who are you blaming? The military blame who for the poor road network? Who are the military and who are the government?
Who are responsible for the poor?
That is the madness there. They are not ashamed. I mean, they lack conscience, and the conscience don't prick them. Who are the military? Who is saddled with the responsibility of providing basic amenities to, of course, the Nigerian people? Who are the ones in charge? And you are blaming poor road network for the fight against terrorism. So why are the terrorists, the Boko Haram, still taking advantage of that poor road network? You see, to inflict devastating, to kill your own citizens. And you are now, rather than to counter that motion, you are not blaming your incapacity, your ineptitude to duty to pump road network. So those people, those invaders, where are they coming from? Why is it you can't beat their intelligent system?
They are also using the poor road network.
They are using the same so-called poor road network to ravage, to invade communities, destroy them, bomb down houses, and still make their way out. And you are camping in military bases, and most of them are moved down to the east to sustain the program that is on. You see, it is very, rather than admitting that they lack the competence, the capacity to, of course, secure the territorial integrity of the Nigerian state, and they are fooling themselves. What a shame.
Lastly, Lagosians will miss my government if denied second term from Sanwo-Olu.
Well, to be honest and candid, his absence is not, his presence is not felt. He's still in office. Sanwo-Olu is occupying the seats of Lagos, and his presence is not felt. So how do you expect his absence to be felt? He is there now, his presence is not felt. What can you reckon with? What can you identify? What project that Sanwo-Olu in this last or of the 4 years that will culminate his first tenure, what have he achieved? I can cite 1, 2, 3 projects initiated by Ambode. You see, if Ambode should vie for the position of presidency, I wouldn't mind supporting him, because I know he's a man who meant well for the people. See, I'm not from Lagos, though I'm resident in Lagos, but seeing is believing. He has the political will and the good heart, which is evidence. You see, under 4 years, Ambode surpassed by very far margin the achievements of the so-called the so-called Fashola that is telling us that Buhari has done better in terms of infrastructure than America. You see, these people should be subjected to, to all these things when they do like this. And what they do like this, it's affecting them at the end of the day. That Buhari has surpassed America in terms of infrastructure. You can imagine.
I think it's the present dispensation. Like what this first 4 years, this 4 years presently.
It's very fun. Okay, where did he build it? But you can see for yourself, undeniably, the activities, the infrastructures embarked by the administration of Ambode as when he's precise as the governor of Lagos State. So where can you cite one of in the whole Ikeja? Tell me where. Okay, the last time Buhari came to Lagos, he came to commission bus stop, bus terminal. That is why a whole president of the state flew from Lagos, Abuja to Lagos to commission bus terminal. And those bus terminals are not functional up to now. So what is bus stop? Bus stop is bus terminal. So what is the economic impact of that bus terminal to you people?
That bus terminal was started during Ambode started it.
Ambode started it. But has that been completed? The one he flew down to Lagos to come and commission, that is the only project, I mean, that Lagos State has benefited from in the past 6 years. Apart from that, I stand to be corrected. Tell me anywhere in Lagos where the presence of federal government is being seen or registered. And they're telling me that Lagos State is part of APC. You see? It's very unfortunate. Okay. You continue to live in deception, and it's quite unfortunate. Okay. You see, this system allows fraudsters to strive. It's a system where impunity is being celebrated, where wickedness is being celebrated, where people amass wealth that in their 1,000 generation they can't spend all the money. Most of them own houses that they don't even know. Most of the houses, how many will you know? You see, they have acquired so much wealth in massive. I thought that is a sense of poverty. You see, when you are so insecure that you begin to take what belongs to others, you see, by way of securing your own future, then you are more impoverished. You see, it is very unfortunate. That is an expression of poverty and greed. Why the society is left with almost nothing. People are dying in the hospital. You better visit the hospitals. You will weep for yourself. A woman crying because she doesn't have money. She doesn't have money to take care of her daughter, her dying daughter. You see, and she's a teacher. She was crying, and it's very pathetic. Okay. And this is a system you want to continue. This is a people you want to continue recycling within the corridor of power. If I fire,
thank you very much.
If Sunday you will say that the thunder that will fire them is still pressing up. The thunder that is fired them now is not pressing up. It's very closer to them than they imagine. It's very unfortunate. Okay, there is nothing like Nigeria. Because you can't desire such a system that is bent at exterminating all of us. You cannot foster any future or development. And the worst is that we have not seen the worst. The people, of course, jumping to take over will be worse than Buhari because the system that brought them to fall is corrupt itself.
Thank you very much.
And they are, of course, an object of derision. And a shame to their generation.
Thank you very much.
Chigozie Ndibo. Referendum remains the way forward. Referendum to save humanity.
Thank you. Ms. Onyagala Rosemary, I say to good morning, Mr. Onyagala Rosemary. Mr. Charles. Mr. Charles, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Christian Jugu.
What's happening? What's happening?
Well, we worked up in our area with a content of tears as of 2 days ago. That was the reason why I was not on studio yesterday, because almost all the sawmill in our area got burnt.
Almost
everything.
What area is that?
Agege here.
Which area in Agege?
Okekoto here, at the back of Marcus. Everything, people lost a lot. No. If you just pass through that bridge now, when you drop at that roundabout at least to Yanakwaja, there's a sawmill at the back of one of their biggest mosques there at Agege. Fire just got burnt. It got burnt. Cars, so many things, my brother.
When was that?
That was, we could not sleep. That was on Thursday night around 12. We were there till 5 o'clock in the morning. So it was early as earlier at 7 o'clock, the government decided to come in that they want to take over that particular place. That is to tell the kind of government where they kind of.
If they can't keep that place well, the government should take over.
Even if my brother, even if you don't get my brother, there's so many ways of going about things. People are still mourning about their millions of thousands of naira that just got lost. All you could do was to go there and want to claim people's property. I was not in support, but I love what the youth did there. They beat the hell out of those governmental officers. They ran away. People are mourning, millions upon millions. I have an Elijah there who said that her goods just arrived, that the goods just arrived in the night. That was on Thursday night. She was waiting to pay them 21 million naira. Then she could not pay the money. She had to put the money inside her shop so that tomorrow morning they will come in and claim the money. Everything got burnt.
All the goods.
Everything.
That means she's now owing 41 million.
Everything, my brother. Everything.
42 million.
Everything. And you remember, so such business, a lot of them goes by loan. A lot of people, that kind of business, people goes in, they loan money, they collect money from the bank, just to make sure that they're going into, as in, they put themselves into that kind of business.
Okay, Miyetti Allah gives condition for 2023 elections. Igbo Yoruba presidential aspirant must apologize to Fulani and will vote only supporters of grazing reserves. How many
Miyetti Allah have apologized to the Biafrans? How many? Do you want to tell me that it's only
their position? Even
if it is their, what about Igbo man? Don't Igbo man has a position? We also have our position. You think I keep on saying this? I grew up in the north. Are you getting me? There's nothing a Hausa or Fulani man will come out here and tell me that I, Mr. Charles, doesn't know. Are you getting me? You insulted an Igbo man. He did not ask you that you should come and apologize to him. And then you are telling the whole world now that you are an Igbo man should come and apologize. What kind of nonsense talk is that? You know, an Igbo man should come and apologize, or Yoruba man should come and apologize to you before he becomes the president of his own father. Meaning what? My brother, just look at the kind of country we are into. A Fulani man will be looking at you as if you don't know what you are doing, as if the system you are overruling in terms of knowing what you are supposed to put in existence as in your government you are into. You are meant to share with them. They are not even recognizing you. Why? Until I come in and apologize to you, that is when you will give me your vote. They should go with their vote. Are they not offending others? So what are they saying? How many Fulanis have offended the Igbos? How many Fulanis have offended the Yoruba men, the Yoruba people? And you are telling us that we should go and apologize to them before they will give us our own vote. What happens to the catchment areas? What happened to what was written in the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria? Everybody has the right to vote. Everybody has the right to be voted in. And you are telling us that we should come in and apologize to you before you vote somebody in. What kind of nonsense? What kind of talk is that? A Fulani man asking a Yoruba man, a Fulani man asking an Igbo man that he should come and apologize to him before he votes him in as the president of the country. For what?
No, they have influence.
Forget about their influence, my brother. Forget about their influence. They should go to hell with their influence. That's to all I care. Are you getting me? It's not that I am happy with whatever that is going on in this country. But the truth of the matter, you cannot tell me that how many Fulani, my brother, a lot of my family members were killed in the north. Let me tell you the truth, in Plateau State to be precise. A lot of my family members were killed right there in my presence. A lot of them were killed in Kaduna, there at Kaduna. How many of them have come in and come out as to apologize to people like us who lost their loved ones? Nobody. And you are telling us that ordinarily somebody uttered a word that this is what the truth must be said. They are not good people. The truth must be said. A Fulani man is somebody that can do you something, or you can do something to a Fulani man. He will say, no, Allah. He can still live with it in the next 50 years. He's still not seeing what to do with you. He will never forgive. So people like us who lost our beloved ones, a lot of people who lost their loved ones in the north, what have they ever, for once, come out to say we are very, very sorry for whatever massacre or pogrom that may have taken place, all in the name of killing the Igbos and the Yorubas in the north? How many of them? And you're telling us I should come and apologize to you before we become the president of Nigeria. For what?
Okay. Lagosians will miss my government if denied second term.
Sometimes I keep on asking myself, what kind of government are we into? The government of Nigeria is somehow barbaric that you don't even know. When you wake up in the morning, you don't even know what to say. You don't even know where to go to. How can somebody like Sanwo-Olu, who is still in government, do you know that if you should go and ask an ordinary a primary school student, he doesn't even know the name of his governor? But when these guys, what's his name? What's his former Ambode was still the governor of Lagos State, you felt the impact. You felt what this young man have done. Even a primary school student, when you meet a primary school student, who is your governor, who is the governor of Lagos State, they will tell you is Ambode. But do you know that a lot of children now do not even know the name of their governor? And you are telling them that your impact will be felt. What your impact is not even felt while you are there. What talk less of when you are out. A lot of project that was being completed by this young man was started by who? Somebody like Ambode. Look at one of the best bridges we have here that leads to Agege here. It was Ambode that did that. A lot of places. And you are telling us that your government, once you are out there, okay, like yesterday I was listening, he was saying something that they need over 100 billion naira to set network in Lagos State. 100 billion naira, just ordinary network. Why is network the problem of Lagosians? Is network the problem of Lagosians? Why is it that in this country, we are living in a country whereby they will leave what they are supposed to be doing and be doing another? You have a lot of things which, you see, do you know that gradually, most of these people that have been deported from the north are gradually coming in here? When you meet, what do you know? When you meet somebody in a car, where are you coming from? He will tell you he's from Sokoto, I'm from Niger, I'm from Mali, I'm from Katsina. What are we saying? You have a lot of insecurity. Do you know that if care is not taken, Lagos State will wake up one day and your house, somebody will send you out of your house because of the way these people are coming in. When you set your camera, you find out that a lot of them are coming in from different places. These people are, you know, they are more than cows, cowards. You know, somebody that will be walking with a knife in his pocket, a human being like you. Yesterday, I was just passing in my area, there at Agege. You know, we are watching where the way fire just gone burnt everywhere. A lot of them were working with knife. They will show you, if you mess up, they will choke you knife. On Friday, today is exactly 1 week. A guy I was just passing was shook. They shook him with knife, and he died instantly in my Agege here. And who does that? The Fulanis. So what are we saying? Your government will be failed. Your government. Who told you that your government will be? Who knows you? Those people that will fail your government are those people that are deriving something from you, from your government. Those people that are giving you the wrong information. That yes, tell them that your government will be failed. My brother, nobody. Go and bring this. Do you know, I stand to be corrected here. If this young man should come out again as the president of this country, or is there any position somebody like Ambode is vying for in this country? I personally, I'm from Imo State, I will vote him in. Because this young man, within the 4 years of governance, he did a lot. And look at, my brother just said, look at what Lai Mohammed, I listened to that interview. That do you know that the infrastructural facility that Buhari have put in place is more than American infrastructural facility?
Not like Mohammed is Fashola.
Sorry, Fashola. That Fashola said that the infrastructural facility that somebody like Buhari have put in place is more than the one. It is more than the one we have in America.
What's the performance?
What performance are you? Is it Chicago? Can you compare Chicago with Nigeria? Can you compare Ohio or a place? What are you, a street in New York? What has Buhari done? What has Buhari done? That you are comparing America to Nigeria? You are comparing Nigeria to America?
It's blasphemy.
What kind of nonsense talk is that? My brother, the country is nothing but barbaric. They are not, you know, these are a bunch of fools, old men. A bunch of old men. Leave me to talk. Thank you.
I have Mr. David. Good morning, Mr. David. Good morning.
Mr. Christian Chukwu.
Yeah, what happened?
Good morning.
Getting the House of Assembly members give finance or infrastructure wise. That's what the minister was talking about. Not like
I don't get
he
it.
himself no. Getting the house to approve funds for infrastructure. That was what he was talking about. The US could not get their House of Assembly members to approve the same way the Nigerian counterpart got approval for them.
Why would US government approve it? Because let's us narrow it down to this part of the world. That project will be what the prices of those stuffs will be what infiltrated, as in see it will what hijack, because as at a road they're supposed to construct for like 4 million will now go for as 8 million. So now in the Western world, people will take their time, do survey check on how much would it cost to construct a road. We will just give out money to contractors. Now, Fashola we get his own court. The contractors will get their own court. Even the House of Rep or senators that also endorse that project will get their own court. Even the presidency, the Minister of Finance, who is supposed to disburse the money to, will get their own court. So what's Fashola saying? But Fashola doesn't know what he's saying. Fashola does not know what he's saying.
Okay,
he's saying trash.
Someone is saying King David, how far, what's up, what's happening?
Who is the person?
Mr.
Egbon, sorry, respect. As more respect to you. Now Naija we dey Naija. Not transfer, no leave. Anything will happen. Now here go meet us. Soldier come, we dey here. Police come, we dey here. Fights come, we dey here. Nothing. This Naija. Now we get them.
Okay, and again Naija.
Now we get them. Now we get Naija.
Okay, Tinubu not sick in London not sick. He's in London for consultation. Says aid.
I don't understand that aid that he's saying that aid should need to go for. He needs medical checkup, because a president, when Joe Biden and Donald Trump, when they were canvassing for votes, when they were campaigning, did any of them come to Nigeria? Did any of them come down to Nigeria to tell us Donald Trump was not sick? He came to Nigeria to consult. Who is he consulting? All the people he need to consult are here in Nigeria. He is supposed to consult with the electorate. We. Go to America, go to London to consult who? Do the electorate live in London? Does he want to aspire for the post of a prime minister in London? Except that the last time I checked, there's no president in UK. UK runs parliamentary system of government.
Yeah, parliamentary.
Except if he wants to contest for the photo of a prime minister. So he should go there. A presidential aspirant. See, it shows that Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Jagaban, number Jagaban, is not fit to become a president. He only campaigned, he only taught 3 states. He went to Zamfara, he went to Niger State, and he went to Oyo State. He not sick.
No, they say he's not sick.
They say
the age now, the age
say he's not sick. If he's not sick, he should have continued consulting here in Nigeria. What do you think? What do you think the aid will say? What do you think the aid will say? Okay, the aid will say, Nigeria, so my boss is sick. He will come out for his boss. But the aid came out and told Nigerians that his boss is not sick now. Inside of you, I'm asking you now as a journalist, do you think he is sick or he's not sick? Do you think that the reason he left the shores of Nigeria to UK, do you think he went there for consultation?
No, we are still doing an investigation. We have not.
Which investigation? Even to a layman, he knows that Ashiwaju wants to go and review that blood group. The blood that was given to him, it has what expired. He needs to go and refuel it. He needs to see if he does not refuel it, he might die. That is why you see that this blood will work for just 2 months. After 2 months, you need to come back to UK and refuel it. That is what he has gone to refuel his blood group.
Okay. PDP insurance power shift says article Kwankwaso orders free to run.
I don't want to talk about Nigeria again. Whosoever emerge, na the same suffering. Atiku come, same suffering. Kwankwaso come, same suffering. Tinubu come, same suffering. Even Oshimajo, that people are clamoring for, he will still get there and not do anything. The best way is let every religion go their own way. It's still the same old story. See, there's no angel when it comes to that politics. There's no saint. Nobody. There's no saint. Oshimajo, now they've opened. Some persons are saying Oshimajo is good, is fit to run. Some persons have been asking Oshimajo now, as they've known he has been indicted that the money meant for traders' money, in which is iPhone, where is the money? The money meant for market money, in which he was in charge, where is the money? So Oshimajo is not free from corruption allegation cases. He has been indicted. If a pastor could siphon traders' money, what is the hope of a common man?
Okay.
So, my brother, the best way is let everybody go their way. Oshimajo, Tinubu, Atiku, Peter Obi, Ayin Pastor Ayin, David Umaya, even president, after president, from these people, they are all birds of feather. They are all self-centered. They are all greedy.
Nothing, they cannot give us anything.
If I swear, Nigeria, nobody can repair Nigeria. Nobody. The only thing that can repair Nigeria is what? Revolution. Kill these people. Let us raise new breed of what good leaders that will follow
amending the constitution.
We should amend the constitution. Who want to amend it? Those miscreants in the house to amend the constitution. Those vagabonds, those what educated talks will amend constitution. Which amend. See, you cannot be in office and you do something that will not suit you. It's not possible. Even you, even myself. You think today, if I'm the president of Nigeria, you now ask me, I'll now say, let us go back to regional system of government. If I'm the president, I will not do it. Because if we go back to regional system of government, nobody will call me Commander-in-Chief of Armed Force. That title is very powerful. Commander-in-Chief of Armed Force. So it means that if you go back to the system of a governor will be more powerful than the president, because if you don't feeling the president, the prime minister who assists that region will be more powerful than the president. The president will not become a ceremonial post. A ceremonial post. There will no longer be what juicy offers attached to the office. And you think Buhari will agree? You think OBJ will agree? Even the Igbo man, if an Igbo man becomes president, Igbo man will not divide Nigeria. He will not divide Nigeria. Igbo man, if he becomes president today, who are some Igbo men? Measure them.
Nnamdi Kanu.
My brother, the matter deep. Let's not go there. Let's not go there.
You agree now?
You think the divide Nigeria is easy?
You agree that Nnamdi Kanu is president with divide Nigeria? You agree?
If he's the president, let him be the president first. Let's see. Let him be the president first. Let him be the president first. Let him be the president first. For now, he's not the president. Even your brother Peter Obi, if your brother becomes the president of this country, do you think he can fight Nigeria?
They are politicians, so they will play politics. Lastly, negotiations will miss my government or military blames.
No, you are talking about these people.
Miyetti like these conditions.
Yes, okay. The landlord can tell the tenant to quit the house at any time, at any fucking time. They are the landlord.
I don't think for me, they're not my
So
landlord.
if they are not landlord, why are they giving conditions to the Igbo or to the Yorubas for them to know who to support? They are the landlord. Where okay, which region decide who become the president of this country?
No, but not the Fulani.
Which region?
I think the north.
Which no. Where is the Fulani oligarchy from? Where is that region? Is it enough from the north? Eh? So these people are part of the what? Umpire who decide which region becomes the president. So they are not pushover. When I say they are the landlord, I know what I'm saying. Before you become a president of this country, you must pitch tent with them. You must form alliance with them. So now it is whosoever they choose to support is who they support.
We must consult.
Because if these people are not, if they are not power brokers too, they cannot say this. Can an Igbo man say this? Can an Igbo man say this? Because these people are not power brokers, but these people, they are power brokers. They can say, okay, now we will not support either of the two tribes. We will bring our own person.
And that person will win.
Is it?
I know Atiku has a.
You are saying no.
If they bring their own person, so that person will now win.
Who can battle with the Lord? Who can battle with the Lord? Who can battle with the? I'm not saying they are the Lord, but let's put it in the human context. In the human context. Now let us narrow our discussion now down to the political context. When it comes to that factor, they are the Lord. Based on that factor, they are. So you think North alone has 19 states, Merge, Southwest, and the East, 11 states. You think they can win? Okay. The North will see what outclassed us and win the election. So forget what you're saying.
Okay, thank you very much.
When Sanwo-Olu is a shame on Sanwo-Olu.
You miss my government.
Sanwo-Olu is a shame on him. I don't. Ever since Sanwo-Olu has assumed office, Lagos State have no governor. There's no governor in Lagos State. He's now coming to tell us that what Lagosians will miss the government. Lagosians know that in this Lagos State there is no governor.
Currently,
there's no governor. We only have caretaker agents. Dilemu, you're about to call him Adele. Let me watch over my house. I come. Lagos State does not have governor. A governor that cannot take decision on his own is that one governor. He's a caretaker. So a caretaker that the Lagosians does not even know if he's still around or not. So now what's adventure? If he's denied second time, nobody will feel his impact because he has not done anything for his impact to be felt. This is 4 years now. Sanwo-Olu has not done anything. What Sanwo-Olu does every weekend is to point to. He will point to Kaja. Next weekend, he will point to Solo. We call him the pointing governor. He will point to Oshodi. Next week, he will point. Ever since he has been pointing, no road has been constructed. Ever since he has been pointing, we've not seen him who investors. Ever since Sanwo-Olu has been pointing, Sanwo-Olu has not done anything meaningful in Lagos. All what he's doing is to point. He will point you. Point like this, point. What Sanwo-Olu does is to point and kill fish.
Point and kill.
Point and kill governor.
Thank you very much, Mr. David. I have Mr. Raphael.
I want to use this medium to call on Flip TV MD, Mr. Benu Popoloyi. Mr. Benu Popoloyi, he should come to my aid, please. Me and him, we have unsettled business. Mr. Biodu.
Are you sure David has not smoked expired weed?
I don't smoke weed though. Yes, I don't smoke. If nothing won't be that. I don't smoke. Mr. Biodu. Mr. Biodu, please.
Thank you. Good morning, Mr. Good morning.
Yes, Christian. Good morning. Good morning. I'm fine. I'm fine. As you can see, Uguru is ravaging everybody. He's so hard and wild this time around. Uguru is Igbo language for Hamatan. So Hamatan is so severe now that everybody is feeling the pain. If you wake up early in the morning, you will just feel as if you woke up in Moscow. Moscow, Russia, Moscow. I think one of the coolest region in the world. So everywhere is cold and we prefer this weather because I can easily sleep. Do you understand? Fell asleep and cover myself. But the only point there is that you watch your two limbs. You monitor your two limbs. Limbs, because it dries up, it cracks the leaves, which is very, very injurious, very painful. So you understand? So let me tell you, I don't see the reason why some persons will be handling a government department like that for 4 years or 3 or 4 years. You will come out to tell the whole public that you have outperformed anybody or that you have done well. Are you the one to praise yourself? Are you the one to tell the members of the public that you have performed? Is it not the people, the electorate, the people that voted you, that will come out and say, nah, you did well, you did not do well? I didn't understand. You see, as I'm talking to you now, Sanwo-Olu did not do anything. And Sanwo-Olu has started praising himself, saying that if he leaves office, you understand, comes 2023, you understand that people are going to what? Miss him. Lagosians will regret. Christian Chuku, I'm a Lagosian. You are a Lagosian. Everybody, we are all Lagosians. See, I have this word to tell you. See, let me tell you. Who is going to miss Sanwo-Olu? What is it that Sanwo-Olu has done in Lagos State that will make Lagosians to miss him come 2023? If it happens that it doesn't come for the second tenure, we should all be rejoicing, of course. If Sanwo-Olu could give us this kind of suggestion or threat, let me call it threat. It means if Buhari leaves 2023, the whole Nigerians will be missing him. Oh, we love Buhari, we want him to stay. Man, there are some statements here. If I look at it, I believe that such statement is just a sarcasm. Do you understand? It's not a straight talk. I didn't understand. I know that Sanwo-Olu has something in mind while saying this, because as I'm talking to you now, something is happening right at the office of the governor. That's it. Something has started to happen. They are like, oh yeah, your time is up, so that my son will enter there. My son will be there.
My son?
Yes. I'm representing somebody here. I'm trying to use personification. Do you understand? Oh yeah, go. My son is about for my son to come and take over this seat. So that's why Sanwo-Olu is like telling us, Lagosians, if I'm not here in 2023, you guys are going to miss me. But let me ask question again. Christian, don't bother to stop me. Sanwo-Olu, who are Lagosians? What percentage of Lagos population are the youths? Can you do that statistical mathematics and come out with good solution to me? Lagos State, 75% to 80% of Lagosians are youths. Samuel, I have another question for you. What transpired between Lagos State government, the police and the soldier in 2020, last 2 years, almost 2 years now. Last year plus, NSAS. What happened? Many youths were killed at Lekki Toll Gate. Someone sent soldiers to go to Lekki Toll Gate and kill those youths. What you, as the governor, did to pacify the hearts, the minds of Lagos youths. The youths in Lagos, all fingers are pointing at you. You are not trying to tell us that you are doing us well, you are ruling Lagos well. What road, what bridges, what flyover, what is it that you have done in this your 3 years in office? Tell us, point it out, that will make us, that will condition all Lagosians to miss you. Man,
Christian, I'm tired of Nigeria disgruntled governors, disgruntled ministers, disgruntled politicians. The way they come to us, talk to us as if we are nobody, as if we are nothing. Who do they think we are? They think that we don't have brain. They think that we don't reason well. In fact, if someone happens not to come second time, Lagosians will what? Set agog. Everybody will be partying, merrymaking. Go on if you have any question for me.
Okay. Tinubu not sick in London for consultation since age.
When Tinubu was doing his consultation, he did not go to Southeast. I think the declaration was made first time at Asurok when he was telling Mr. Government that I am a kingmaker, so I have right to step into the shoes of the kings. I have right to take over from you and become a king as well. Then Buhari said, go on and be a king. That was the first time he started his consulting. Listen, second time he went to Niger State, he went to Zamfara, he went to Kano. Those three states in the north, he doled out millions to them. Consultation. Then he came back to Southwest. I don't think he met anybody, only handful of people that, call themselves BAT, Bola Ahmed Tinubu campaign, whatever they call themselves, organization. Consultation or consulting. Tinubu could not even have an impetus to go to Southwest, the branch of Southwest, I mean Midwest of Edo State, Delta State, to tell them that this is my own plan. I want to be a king. Since I was a kingmaker, I made many people king. So this time around, I've come to you to become a king. He did not do that consulting in Edo State, almighty Edo State, where his main man lives. I'm talking about the previous governor of Edo State, Adam Ochomole. He could have gone there because of that young man. The influence of the former governor of Edo State would have compared Bola Ahmed Tinubu back to go to Edo State and made his own intention known to all Benin people, Edo people that he has come. A kingmaker who wants to become a king. Consultation. He could not even go to Southeast. Southeast, I mean Anambra State, where his main man, his friend, hails from. Do you know who I'm trying to refer to now? Joe Ibokwe, who has been a man that was handling drainage system in Lagos, draining all those canals, gutters in Lagos State, everywhere. Drainage system in Lagos, the care has been handed over to Joe Ibokwe over the years. Buhari would have gone to Anambra State, Tinubu, gone to Anambra State and made his intention clear before Joe Ibokwe that he's about to become a king. Consultation. Why not going to Imo State, where the former governor of Imo State, Okoro Awusa, was, doing good work for APC. Tinubu would have gone to Imo State and made his intention known to his main man, Okoro Awusa Rochas. But let me tell you, now, currently, the current governor of Imo State is what? Maze Ozodimba Hope. See, Tinubu would have gone to Imo State and made his intention known to Hope Ozodimba, the succeeding man, the murderous governor of Imo State, the man that first in history, after 54 years, invited the military to the Igbo land to kill our youth. Tinubu would have gone there and made his intention to Hope Uzodimma. Hope Uzodimma will help him to spread the good news among his kinsmen in Imo State. Why not? Why didn't he go to Imo State? Why didn't he go there? Then, Anambra State, we know, of course, that Joe Ibokwe is from there. Joe Ibokwe would have helped Tinubu to finish his campaign well. Do you understand? Okay, these are governors that are just all about talking, pointing, talking, making noises. Okay, Bazu would have helped him as well. Ojuzo Kalu is from that state, Abia State. He's Tinubu's man. Tinubu would have gone to Abia State and made his intention known. I think you understand. Only Zamfara, Katsina, and Sokoto and Niger State are they the only one that are going to give him vote. The only vote, the vote he has to, to get before becoming Nigerian president comes 2023. Look, let me tell you, he has gone to London not based on rest. Consultation, Oga, consultation now work. Then they carry machetes, they consult, or or digging mattocks. Oga consulting don't become work. Why is he going to London to rest? Let me tell you. Newspapers, Nigerian news dailies, you guys are writing rubbish. You better just tell every Nigerian on the front page of newspaper that Tinubu has jettisoned to London on medical trip. That is the only truth. And there's nothing but the truth. Okay. Medical vacation, medical trip is it. The consulting he's doing, is he using hoe or machete? Is consulting, consultation now work? Is it work?
Now work.
Now work. You go to people and tell them, consultant, Oga, oh, transportation, everything, What do you mean? I don't know. Where did he get the stress? Is he stress of relaxing on his private jet? Is he stress of stepping down, alighting from airplane? Is that one stress? What is it? Why? He's jettisoning outside the country on medication. If you ask me, that is my own personal opinion. And I think that every other person, any other person in Nigeria could see that opinion as reasonable as their own.
Miyetti gives conditions for 2023 elections. Igbo Yoruba presidential aspirants must apologize to Fulani. Only supporters of grazing reserve.
Some questions from the front page of newspaper, some captions, are so laughable, are so funny and hilarious that I could not even hold my own opinion, my own feeling. That's why you see me laughing. Let me tell you, Miyetti Allah giving conditions to vote them. Murderous people, killers. World number 4th terrorist organization, Miyetti Allah, across West Africa, are giving Nigerians conditions on who to vote. Igbo, Yoruba, Hausa, who to vote. If they like, vote whoever they want. Let me tell you, how many of them, they should go now and start making their own consultation from Mali, Senegambia, everywhere, Burkina Faso, Chad, Niger, to come during the election, president election 2023. Because, see, if Miyetti Allah like, let them vote, let them budget like $400 billion to sponsor voting, rigging in 2023. They will never have their way. We have opened our eyes so wide to know whom and who shall be the president of Nigeria comes 2023. Grazing roots has been what? Struck out, dashed on the stone by governors, southern governors, everybody. When they went to Delta State last year, governors forum, governor meeting or convention or whatever they call it, they rule it out that comes 2023, a president that emerges in Nigeria should be from South, a Southerner. Are you listening to me? Then they dashed the hope of the so-called Miyetti Allah, patronized by Buhari, General Buhari, Nigerian president, that no more grazing route, no more grazing route. They rule law, they made the law against that. A state law should not be a nullity. Do you understand? When the federal government is trying to, prove that they have strength over everything, they are the federal government, they are above the state. No, you can't nullify the law made by the states. The state has their own veto power. As a governor of any state, a governor has veto power. The people, the lawmakers in the states, they have veto power to do what? To legislate their own law. Are you listening to me? So Miyetti Allah are just making noise. They are noise makers because the game is over with them. The game is up with them. Let me tell you, in Yoruba land, I think they have made it as a law in Ondo, Ekiti state, that no more grazing everywhere. I think it's only Lagos state that has not been able to come out with such law, which is why you can see Miyetti Allah aligning with Tinubu, threatening Nigerians that the only candidate they know and trust is Bats, also Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Let me tell you, if Miyetti Allah dares that, if Miyetti Allah dares force it on us, that should what? Spell bloody war among Nigerians. Miyetti Allah should not force us on who to vote or on who not to vote. My voting right is in my pocket. I pocket it, I go with it wherever I go. If I want to vote, I will vote. If I don't want to vote, any nonsense. Like what is going on in Nigeria, if APC and PDP dare Nigerians by zoning their ticket, presidential ticket to anybody, if they fail to do the needful, I'm telling you, the needful, everybody knows, I've been saying it on and on. over and over again. Anytime I come to this platform, that PDP should zone it to southeast. APC should zone it to southeast. And let me tell you, which means it's going to be Igbo man versus Igbo man. Then I gave you references that it has been happening on and on, over and over again in Nigeria, over the years, many years. The freest and fairest election in Nigeria was conducted in 1993 between Hausa man and Yoruba man. Nobody contemplated that. Nobody contested it. Nobody rejected it. Nobody fought anybody because of that decision. I was talking in favor of the election between SDP and NRC, National Republican Convention, and the Social Democratic Party in 1993, 28 or 29 years ago. Let me tell you, or 30 years ago. Yes, it's exactly getting to 30. Let me tell you, Tofa and Abiola contested for that election. Anambra State, Imo State, everybody, they voted Abiola. Yoruba land, the whole state in Yoruba, South, everybody voted Abiola. In the north there, Abiola overwhelmingly beat Tofa. Pache Tofa. He beat Tofa in Kano State. May his soul rest in peace. I mean Tofa. Tofa is gone. Abiola is gone as well. Let me tell you, Nigeria know the needful. Every nook and cranny, the whole regions of this country knows that the people to rule Nigeria come 2028 are the Southeasterners. The Igbo cities, they are torn. If all Joseph Okanu could contest against Charles Soludo, it is not an abomination. They should zone it to those two guys. If Obi could contest against Kinsel Morale, it is not what an abomination. Let me tell you, Igbos has been denied of various goodies, various things, good things in this country over the years, and it has been aching my heart. That's why I come out and tell you the obvious truth. Why are we just deceiving ourselves? Atiku is coming to do what? A man that is over 80-something years. See, let us tell ourselves the truth. Atiku, if you know when he started partaking in the polity of this country, we know that Atiku is in his 80s. Who is Ahmed Tinubu? Ahmed Tinubu was an uncle to Charlie Boy. Tinubu is telling you that he's 69. Charlie Boy is now 72. When an uncle becomes younger to his nephew, when uncles started being or becoming younger to their nephews, you will know that falsehood, I mean lies, has been institutionalized, has been made an institution in Nigeria. I didn't understand. So let me tell you, I am the best. I'm telling the whole world, Nigerians, what is up in Nigeria. Let me tell you, Igbo man to be the president comes 2023. I can see some people are yelling at me, some people are frowning at me because truth is so bitter. I'm telling you, Igbo must surely rule Nigeria comes 2023. So APC, so Labour Party, so PDP, zone to Igbo man in Anambra, zone to Igbo man in Imo State, Abia, Enugu State, and Ebonyi State. It is our turn to rule Nigeria. My name is Raf. I hail from Anambra State. Love y'all.
Thank you. We've come to the end of Bystanders and Newsstand this morning. Thank you for being part of the program. Christian Chiku. Also, a big thank you to the man behind the camera, Mr. Femi. Thank you everyone for being part. Mrs. Mary, Onyagala, Mrs. Mary, many others this morning. Thank you very much. Bright Omo, you have been so much wonderful. Kayode Egbo, thank you very much. Ademola Tanda, thank you very much. Very much. Lillian Pascal, thank you. Yerioba, thank you very much. Okay, wow. I'll say let's bring it to a close at this point. We'll meet next week Monday by God's grace. I'm Christian Chigo. I have with me my guy, my man. I'm that boy.
President.
David.
You go president. You go president. You go and lobby for this post. You know, it will not come on a platter of gold. Lobby.